morning, everyone. Tell me, do you love D&D? Well, I do, and not so long ago I had one really awesome session with my friends. So why don't I tell it to you all?
There was a long-going celebration in one town, and 8 absolutely unknown people to each other has met and decided that it would be a nice thing to make a party.
Please, say something about yourself,
said DM, doesn't expecting any kind of weird stuff happening from the beginning of the play. Oh, please excuse him, he is not yet quite experienced and pure naivety is much understandable. The giant stands first and introduces himself. He is quite tall and has long hair that probably never was washed. The introduction is continued by a retired parrot with a great urge to find some treasures with his new friends. On his own, of course. The tiefling bard that was planned as a standard loving one, but never actually used a single charm in a whole campaign was the next. And after him, there was that warlock elf that had a lack of knowledge and a beautiful dragonborn sorcerer. Oh! I forgot about wizard that was probably smarter than all of us. Perhaps that's what he said. Also, a young but poor 9-year-old child that had her future visible only in a crime. And finally, there is me. You can actually know my name. It's Aya. No need to be official with me. If you are not a pathetic elf, of course. My favorite saying is that everything that moves can be eaten, and if it doesn't, it can be moved and then eaten. Hi, are you sleeping? I know that I'm not charismatic, but I am working on it. So, we were sitting in a pub, and then the music mumbles. The orchestra stopped playing, and that weird-looking sheep with a scroll in his mouth enters, running around and splattering up beers and drinks. It even ruined my kiss, so I tried to eat it, but was stopped by a smart wizard fastly. He takes the scroll and casts the spell of ability to talk with animals on us, and the sheep's voice with a freaky elvish tone appears in our heads. Oh, please, rescue me, dear travelers. They are running after me. That was a man, by the way. The Dragonborn did not even have the time to open her mouth in order to ask who is the one who is following him. As the door shatters, a half-orc with 3 wolves and a bear under a dark cloak appears, as the dust settles. As soon as they enter, the orc shouts loudly,
"That ship belongs to my master. Give it now, or we will take it with a force."
Then okay, not we, the Dragonborn, tries to question more about the current situation. But the orc attacks a giant by surprise, and one of the wolves starts sniffing me furiously. Well, he missed. His large arms was not yet ready to start the fight and needed some rest. Otherwise, I have no idea how someone was able to not hit such a large target. And what about me? Oh! I am not afraid of some animals. I'm druid after all. I was able to settle down that puppy in no time. Now he belongs to me. Quite a great supply of meat for when I will run out of my foods. With the charisma of a bard, the bear was easily decepted to stand on her side, and a powerful fighter was able to knock down the large and scary-looking orc just with a few punches. So he wasn't able to move a single part of his body, lying down on a cold floor half dead. What a nice image of a prey. Eating that big body will give me so many nutrients for my future power. That was what I thought at that moment. I could not help myself but stick my teeth in his skin, biting off his fingers and eating them with a great smile from a still-alive humanoid, while blood splattered around. And the M could not help himself but to obey. "This first, not 20, baby!" Old Bob was in disgust. Can't understand them, though. While I was minding my own business, fighting with my hunger, the wizard asked the sheep what has exactly happened. This master Oak was talking about is my former student. He was a talented human, but seems that he wanted too much. He said, I'm a mage that specified in transportation, and he wanted to gain my power. And one day he stole my magic wand and turned me into that pathetic ship, then locked me up. He mumbled as pathetically as his body was. Then he explained that his student has occupied his castle, or better say lab, and that we needed to get his magic wand and turn him back to a former elf's body. No urge to help from all of the group, even that warlock elf did not have any enthusiasm. Or maybe she could not understand what he was talking about. Yeah, that is a chance too. But then, the ship said that there will be a plenty of different treasures as a reward if we would help him out. From arts to gold, from books to artifacts, from germs to magic microwaves. No one could resist. With that, we followed the ship, please excuse me, elf, to his laboratory. And the torture of ADM has now begun! There was a lot of animals, like monkeys, bears, wolves, and as our investigation has shown, they all were humans once upon a time. A dragonborn lady, maybe being not as smart as a wizard, but having more genius ideas in her head, had made a fantastic plan.
What if we're going to give a minor illusion of the ship to that so-called master? Then we could proceed into his castle without a problem.
She said, genius idea, doesn't it? Oh Lord! But who has let that half-smart warlock to cast the spell? The half-transparent something with 3 horns and just 1 leg has appeared on a dice count of 3. And yet, that so-called master has opened the door, and the scent of marijuana or some kind of other magical herbs, whatever, has entered our nostrils. He stared at our half-visible illusion and grinned.
Thanks for returning my lovely pet,
said this half-alive madman and started closing the door. And now's a great idea from my favorite lady.
We need someone to flatter him and ask to be a student so they could enter inside,
said she, and in my mind there is just, oh, say no more. You are such a talented mage, don't ya? I said, having -2 charisma. There's so many animals out here. Was you the one who made them so? Oh Lord, said me. Since my childhood, there was no day when I did not dream to become a porcupine. There was no lie or any kind of hyperbole in my words, just a pure desire to be like my idols from the nature. But my low charisma played me dirty. With just 7 on the dice, that human mage thought that I was trying to fool him out. But no, I said to my DM, I will not quit. I am a useful person. I am a wonderful animal handler and a magnificent cook. I also can heal your servants. You know the orc that was sent to find your pet? I rescued him, but did not aid him fully. Oh dear Lord, that was not one. He was frustrated by the fact that I was telling lies even though there wasn't even a single one. He was that mad that he proposed to be his guinea pig, as it seems that the magic wand has broken, and he needed someone to test it out. And I took the risk. While the show was on, a most talented Roches, little girl and parrot has entered the castle without anybody noticing. And as a nat 20, investigation on what is valuable inside the laboratory. Now, I suppose, a parrot is one of the richest people ever, but there is a shame not so long time has left until that human mage, a so-called master, would enter the room with me in order to cast a spell. A dragonborn, proving that charisma is new intellect, cast the spell of secret speech through the walls. And a newly millionaire was fast enough to hide on the ceiling before the human mage has entered.
Where could I left it?
Mumbles the mage.
Oh, here it is, under my pillow.
As soon as he reaches to the wand, I precede him rapidly and take the wand just out of his hands. Then, with a nat 20, I cry out loud, "Your time has come, become a chicken, so I could make a KFC out of ya!"
Dear new DMs, please note that there are many people like me who will do everything to F around, and given bullshit ideas would be multiplied by 100 and then divided by 0. So please, don't be too shocked and buy some stress reliefs. Also, according to a given script, by the way, there needed to be another battle with a dragon from a bed, but because a mage is chicken, the only thing he could do is say dwarf. But he is not just a chicken. He is a chicken with a cat tail. Why, you might ask? Because DM could not find stats for chicken, so took the cat's one, and the wand is still broken though. Yeah, everything has sense here. No.
Okay, back to a legendary story. It is almost the end. Please bear with me. Seeing that I abuse one's magic power, a little girl, being a criminal in law, jumps on me and takes it all away. I had no choice but to obey, as otherwise I could be turned into a single golden coin. So I go back to being a bit more normal. And we go back to the rest of our party with lovely news that we got our main villain of that story. A wizard, showing his intelligence and knowledge gained through many years, suggests that as the wand is broken, we need it to be fixed first. If we want to turn our elf into the ship, I mean the other way around. But first, why don't he show us our rewards? Pretty sensible, I guess. That's the turn of events. This cat-tailed chicken, or a former human mage, whatever, has spent it all. So there is no reason to turn this elf in a ship's clothing back to normal. Instead, why don't we use this castle and open our own cafe with weird sorts of meats, like half chicken, half cat, or half frog, half panda. This is, my friends, how this place was born. Hope you like your drink. What do you mean you was not listening at all? You f***ing Elvis.
I need a lot of water because I fucking die. I fucking go. I cannot resist back in
And a powerful fighter was able to knock down the large and scary-looking orc with a few punches. Yay! I cannot read more. What a nice image of a prey. Eating that big body will give me so many nutrients for my future.
Why is it future? Because I've collected future and power.
Me dirty with just 7 on a dice.
I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry, my neighbors.